Hey guys, it's me, Sebastian, host of Ninth Island Connection, your weekly lifestyle resource for all things Vegas. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you're new to our channel, we are a Vegas lifestyle channel. We also have a television show that airs weekly throughout the entire country. Check the description below so that you can see how you can watch our TV show wherever you are. So, can you believe we're already talking about fall? What a blur this year has been. In this video, we're bringing you your fall update. This is what is going on in September and October. Now, everything is subject to change because it is Vegas, right? So be sure to check your particular event that you're coming to town for to make sure that it's still on. Let's start with weather. Now, the heat wave of summer is behind us, and we had some record-breaking temperatures. September is still a hot month, though, here on the Ninth Island. September temperatures are typically still in the 90s during the day, which means the pools are still going to be packed and the party is happening. At night, you can expect a very significant drop in temperature to as low as mid-50s overnight, so you are going to want to pack a jacket. Now, October, in our experience, tends to bring on some unique weather, while the average daily temperature is in the low 80s with hot nightly lows in the mid-40s. This is a month where you want to monitor it every single day because it does change from day to day. One day you can be at the pool and the next day is a cool hiking day. Pools in Vegas tend to start closing in October, so be sure to check the property that you're going to be staying at if you're thinking about going to the pool in October. The Sphere has been lighting up the Strip. This is such a unique Vegas experience. You guys have probably seen it all over social media. Now, they're going to be opening at the end of September, which is earlier than anticipated. The very first event is going to be the greatly anticipated U2 concert on September 29th. The band is going to play their entire Achtung Baby album. Now, this Sphere has over 81,000 square meters of outdoor surface area. 54,000 of these square meters are LEDs. This is the world's largest LED wall. In addition to concerts, Postcard from Earth, which is an immersive experience, will be open to the public beginning October 6th. Check out Sphere Las Vegas for more information. Let's get into traffic. If you turn into our live every week on Wednesdays, you know that I've been talking about traffic in Vegas and how horrendous it is. Now, the repaving project on and around the Strip for Formula One in November has multiple lane closures. You have a lot of rideshare drivers that are even avoiding the Strip area altogether due to the amount of time spent stuck in traffic. If you're traveling up and down the Strip, the free trams, the monorail, or good old-fashioned walking shoes may be your fastest way to travel. This is where I remind you guys, pack your patience. I know it sounds cheesy, but these drivers don't want to be stuck in traffic. You're going to be waiting at the airport, so just expect it. Everybody around you is waiting as well. In addition to the road construction traffic, be prepared for a very busy fall. There are tons of events, and of course, Raiders football is back, along with preseason hockey. And then there's going to be all of the popular music festivals. The Exodus Festival Las Vegas continues running. That's going to be August 31st through September 3rd. And Westgate is going to be home to the Big Blues Bender. That's going to be September 7th through the 10th. Now, for some crazy reason, every single year, Las Vegas has two of the largest music festivals at the same time. I don't get it. In downtown, you're going to find Life is Beautiful, which is going to be held at the Las Vegas Festival Grounds, September 22nd through 24th. This is a 3-day festival. It's going to feature headliners like The Killers, Kendrick Lamar, Khalid, and Bebe Rexha, just to name a few. There are several street closures in the downtown area during this event, so expect even more traffic and longer waits, along with higher prices for rideshare. Check out lifeisbeautiful.com for more information. Now, at the same time, there's another festival on the Strip. This is the iHeartRadio Music Festival. This is at T-Mobile Arena, September 22nd and 23rd. This is all genres of music. Some of the headliners that they've already announced: Foo Fighters, Lenny Kravitz, Tim McGraw, Lil Wayne, and Miguel. Again, that's just naming a few. Check out iHeart.com for more information. As stated earlier, traffic is already a mess, especially on and around the Strip. So keep that in mind. The most walkable properties on the Strip near T-Mobile is going to be Park MGM, New York, MGM Grand, and Excalibur. Also remember, there is a free tram that travels between Bellagio, Vdara, Aria, and Park MGM. In addition to the music festivals, there's also a ton of concerts and events happening in Vegas in September. Let's start with the concerts. First up, we've got Jelly Roll. He's going to be over at the Grand Garden Arena on September 1st. Drake, T-Mobile Arena on September 1st and 2nd. That's going to be a sold-out concert. Air Supply is going to be at the Orleans Showroom September 2nd. Also, LL Cool J at the Grand Garden Arena September 2nd. The B-52s over at the Venetian on September 2nd. Brent Faiyaz over at Cosmopolitan on September 3rd. You've got Santana doing his thing at House of Blues. That's over inside Mandalay Bay on September 6th and 8th. Van Morrison is going to be at the Backed Theater. That's going to be on September 6th through the 9th. Now, the Backed Theater used to be the Zappos Theater. That's over there at the Miracle Mile Shops. Luke Bryan is going to be over at Resorts World Las Vegas, September 3rd, 6th, 8th, and 9th. Lady Gaga, Jazz and Piano over at the Dolby Theater, September 2nd and 3rd, and then again 6th, 7th, then coming right back on the 10th, and then 28th and 30th of September. That's at the Dolby Theater. That's in Park MGM. So pretty much you can have a pretty good shot at seeing Lady Gaga here in the month of September. Playboy Cardi is going to be at the Grand Garden Arena on September 9th. Maluma Don Juan Tour, that's going to be at the Grand Garden Arena on September 13th. Karen Leon is going to be over at T-Mobile Arena on September 14th. RBD Soy Rebelled is going to be at the Grand Garden Arena on September 14th. Marco Antonio Solis is going to be at T-Mobile Arena on September 15th. Sounds like there's a lot of Spanish artists coming to Vegas. Gloria Trevi is going to be at the Backed Theater on September 15th. Banda MS is going to be at Michelob Ultra Arena on September 15th. Luis Miguel is going to be over at Dolby Theater. That's going to be September 15th through the 17th. Barry Manilow still doing his thing here in Vegas at the Westgate, September 14th through 16th, and then again September 22nd and 23rd. Alejandro Fernandez is going to be at the Garden Arena September 15th and 16th. John Cruz, one of my favorites, is going to be over at Sunset Station on September 16th. You might actually just see me there as well. Mana is going to be over at T-Mobile Arena on September 17th. The Righteous Brothers, they're coming back. They spent a lot of time in Vegas. They're going to be over at South Point, which is a great property, over on September 19th. Carrie Underwood is going to be over at Resorts World Las Vegas. Several dates at the end of September, the 20th, the 22nd, 23rd, 27th, and 29th. Paula Rubio is going to be over at the Venetian on September 23rd. Kali Uchis is going to be over at the Grand Garden Arena on September 29th. U2 at the Sphere, like I mentioned earlier, that's going to be September 29th as well. And then Pat Benatar and Neil Giraldo over at the Palms on September 29th. So a very busy month there for music here in Vegas. Let's get into comedy. Now, these are comedians that are not residents here in Vegas. You still have all of your comedians here in Vegas that are just staples. So these are just the ones that are typically not here. First, you got Daniel Tosh over at the Mirage on September 8th and 9th. Ray Romano and Brian Regan are going to be at the Mirage as well, September 15th. Gabriel Iglesias, better known as Fluffy, is going to be doing his thing at the Cosmopolitan, September 16th and 17th. Eddie Griffin is going to be at Planet Hollywood on September 16th. Steve Martin and Martin Short, which I'm sure that's a hilarious show, are going to be over at the CWIN on September 22nd and 23rd. Pete Davidson and Friends are going to be at the Cosmopolitan on September 23rd. Tumua, He's from Hawaii. He is hilarious as well. He's going to be at the Luxor on September 29th. Chris DiStefano at the Cosmopolitan on September 30th. Let's talk about sports here in Vegas for September. The Raiders versus Steelers are going to be at Allegiant Stadium on September 24th. Preseason, Vegas Golden Knights versus the Kings on September 27th, and then again versus the Coyotes on September 29th. Of course, that's T-Mobile Arena. Preseason is so much fun. They have giveaways and different things there. It's a pretty good event, and you can get tickets pretty inexpensive. Las Vegas Aces versus the Storm on September 2nd, and then Aces versus Mercury on September 10th. Now, this is Michelob Ultra Arena, and this is attached to Mandalay Bay. Great sporting venue there. That's a wrap for September. Let's get into October, and we're going to start with festivals. You've got the Reggae Rise Up. That's at the Downtown Las Vegas Event Center on October 6th through 8th. Las Vegas Pride is also the 6th through 8th. When We Were Young, Las Vegas Festival Grounds on October 21st. And then you've got the PBR, not Pabst Blue Ribbon, Professional Bull Riders Team Series Championship. That's at T-Mobile Arena on October 22nd. Let's talk about October concerts. And this is probably the most diverse month that I've seen here in Vegas in a very long time. Starting with Lady Gaga doing her jazz and piano thing over at the Dolby Theater on October 4th. Kool and the Gang is going to be over at the Westgate October 5 through 7. Kenny Loggins is going to be at the Palms October 6th. Foghat is going to be at the Golden Nugget October 6th. Anita Baker is going to be over at the Dolby Theater October 6th and 7th. Joji over at Michelob Ultra Arena on October 7th. Pink and Brandi Carlile at Allegiant Stadium on October 7th. Katy Perry is doing her thing at Resorts World Las Vegas. That's going to be October 4th, 6th, 11th, 13th, 14th, and then the 31st. Now remember, I've said this before, she's wrapping up her residency in November. Not an official date yet, but in November, that is it. So if Katy Perry is on your list, you better see her in October when she's here. Lionel Richie is going to be over at the CWIN October 11th, 13th, 14th, 20th, and 21st. He comes back several times throughout the year, though. Barry Manilow, always here, over at the Westgate on October 12th through 14th, and then 19th through 21st. Usher, another one, he comes to Vegas several times throughout the year. He's going to be over at the Dolby Theater on October 11th, 13th, 14th, 18th, 20th, 22nd, 25th, 27th, and 28th. So pretty much the entire month of October. Jackson Browne is going to be over at the Venetian on October 7th, 11th, and then the 13th. Alice in Chains coming to Planet Hollywood on October 10th. Grand Funk Railroad is going to be over at the Golden Nugget on October 13th. Shinedown is going to be over at the MGM Grand on October 13th. Romeo Santos is going to be at T-Mobile Arena on October 13th. There's a lot happening on October 13th here in Vegas. It's going to be busy. Christian Nodal is going to be over at Michelob Ultra Arena on October 14th. Christopher Cross is going to be at the Palms on October 15th. Earth, Wind, and Fire doing their thing at the Venetian October 20th, 21st, 22nd, 25th, 27th, and 28th. So plenty of opportunities to catch them here. Wu-Tang Clan is going to be over at the Grand Garden Arena on October 21st. Green Day is going to be at the Las Vegas Festival Grounds on October 22nd. Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons doing their thing over at the Westgate October 26th and 27th. U2 is going to be at the Sphere here in Vegas October 5th, 7th, 8th, 11th, 13th, 14th, 18th, 20th, 21st, 25th, 27th, and 28th. So pretty much the entire month of October, they're going to be here. That's going to be huge. Probably sell out every single night that they're going to be here. SZA over at T-Mobile Arena on October 28th. Travis Scott at the Grand Garden Arena on October 28th. And wrapping out the month of October is going to be Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie over at Planet Hollywood. That's at the Backed Theater. Again, that used to be Zappos there in the Miracle Mile shops. And that is a great venue for music. There is not a bad seat in the house. That's going to be on October 28th. Comedy, just a few big names to mention here. We've got Louis Black at the Mirage on October 7th. Kevin James at the Mirage October 19th through 21st. Daniel Tosh is going to be at the Mirage on October 27th. And again, when it comes to comedy, there's a show at some point every single day here in Vegas. You have a lot of matinees, early evening shows, late night shows throughout the entire Las Vegas Valley. So if you're looking to catch some comedy, there's plenty of it here in Vegas. Let's wrap it up with sports. Allegiant Stadium, you're going to have the Raiders and the Packers. That's a Monday night football game, October 9th. And I'm betting that the Raiders are going to lose that game. Raiders versus Patriots on 10/15. Again, that's here at Allegiant Stadium. That one is 50-50 for me. Let's talk hockey at T-Mobile Arena. Of course, this is the Vegas Golden Knights. They are going to be playing the Sharks on October 3rd, the Avalanche on October 5th, the Kraken October 10th, the Ducks October 14th, the Dallas Stars on the 17th, the Flyers on the 24th, the Blackhawks on the 27th, and the Canadiens over here on the 30th. Lots of opportunities to catch hockey here at T-Mobile Arena, and it's so much more than a hockey game. It's an entire experience, and it's pretty awesome. I highly recommend you catching one of these games if you can while you're here in town. And of course, in addition to all of this, we can't forget this is Vegas, and you're going to have Halloween in Vegas, which is crazy. Stay tuned for that update there. That's going to be a separate thing. Now, as always, change is constant in Vegas. If there's one thing that you can bet on and you will win every single time, is that something that I mentioned will be canceled and there will be something new that will be announced during the month of September and October. So be sure to stay up to date on your event, your concert, whatever you plan on attending. Check their websites for policies on what you could bring into the different venues, because it's not the venue that dictates what's allowed in. It's the management team. So for example, Usher may allow cell phones in the theater there, the Dolby Theater at Park MGM, while Bruno Mars plays in the same theater, does not allow cell phones. So check with the event, not the venue. As we get closer to these, we'll be sure to make you aware of any changes. We do that through our weekly live. We go live every single Wednesday between noon and 1 p.m. where we bring you the most current Vegas updates. We bring you what's going on that particular weekend. So we go live on Wednesday. We tell you what's up for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday while you're here in Vegas. So be sure to tune in there. Check us out on social media. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're Ninth Island Connection. We're everywhere. Be sure to give us a like, subscribe, comment below. We want to hear from you guys. Also, be sure to check out the description below so that you can see how you can watch our television show wherever you are. All right, guys, that's it for this one. We'll see you next time. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, in a city that never sleeps, Ninth Island Connection will take you there. You won't want to miss a beat as we give you a sneak peek inside the biggest, best, and most outrageous hotspots, both on and off the strip. Be sure to tune in to Ninth Island Connection with Sebastian Rodriguez every week. Great people, great stories, great connections, only on Ninth Island Connection.